It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Just a short time ago, the Buccaneers emerging from their tunnel to the roar of this frenzied crowd here in the Sunshine State. And we're in the big ship, and fittingly, everyone here ready to do battle as Tampa Bay gets ready to match up with the Atlanta Falcons. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Throwing on first down. Bryant. This one swung out here to Jones. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
On first and 10, Bryant. And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive INT. Now, these two teams, you might recall, met back in mid-season, Week 8 to be exact. And it was the visiting Bucs who came away victorious, so they'll look to claim the season series with a win here in Tampa. A slant to Jones. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So second catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So if they can get him going in the passing game, that should open up his running game too. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
I think that's how this defense is going to need to play these tight ends. Again, get right up on them and stay physical. And that paid off on that play, helping force that incompletion.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Grady Jarrett making his presence felt. He gets the sack. Butker's kick here is good, and the Bucs take a 3-0 lead. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
McKenzie now from his end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Young looks to throw on first down. Flush to his right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. It'll only be a loss of a couple, but the pressure gets home on first down. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. A quick throw here out wide to Pitts. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Now a first down throw for Young. Oh, what a catch by Pitts. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies.
Touchdown, Falcons! Kyle Pitts with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Falcons have taken the lead. Crew able to connect on the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And after the field goal last time, see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're open to do it consistently here. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Bryant keeps himself upright. But in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. Chase Young able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got his tight end over the middle, O.J. Howard. There he goes, right side. Touchdown. O.J. Howard with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bucs are going to retake the lead. They're going to run for it with Jones. And he is going to lose yardage here. And he is not going to get in there. He stops short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is. McKenzie now from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They go play action. Young. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 20.
And that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field.
And in for the Buccaneers, touchdown. Mike Evans, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bucs are going to add on to their lead. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
And he'll get into the end zone as the two-point conversion is successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. After one, 17-7 the score on EA Sports. On 1st and 10, Young. He'll drop this down to Taylor. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
These two teams, they met in Tampa earlier in the year, with the Bucs prevailing in that one. So if they can win here in Tampa, they'd be able to claim the season sweep. Again, it's Young. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. Well behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 18. Another try after the 1st down sack. Young, pass incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Young will set to throw. He's going to have the hook up to Gage. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly second and long. Evans has it left side. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play, and it's going to be third down and forever. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up fourth down.
As much as I praise teams for being true to who they are, in this situation, I wonder if maybe they outguessed themselves a little bit. Third down seemed like an obvious passing situation. They chose to run it and didn't get anywhere close to first down.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. McKenzie now to return it. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. And that negates a pretty decent punt return.
And the goal is to gain a first down on a punt return, which is 10 yards. This was much more than that, but it is going to come back due to the illegal block in the back.
Now the pitch goes to Taylor. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Well, CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on second. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. Another try after the first down sack. Young. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Young to throw it. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down. More problems here on third down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on third down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
A 41-yard punt there with no return, and the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And this one will go to the 28-yard line.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
On first down, Bryant. He finds his man, complete. That's Reese.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. Well, I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Drops it to Jones in the flat. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and short. From the gun, Bryant. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. On 3rd down, here's Carter. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. To return is McKenzie. And just a net of 31 here. 40-yard punt, 9 on the return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. Taylor's got the first down and more. And he'll take this down to the 40-yard line. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now Young. Eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back. In pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync. Only way to play good defense.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he did everything but hold on to it. But a nice play defensively, and now it brings up 4th down. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. The long-distance shot before break comes up empty, but now Charles flipped the script. Time for likely one more play as field position becomes an issue.
Yeah, when you talk about field position, remember, if this kick is missed, the ball comes back to where? The spot that they snapped it from. So field position becomes a factor. I think in this spot, you might also want to think about throwing the Hail Mary. You know, put the ball up in the air. Maybe you can get 6 out of it instead of 3.
Yeah, see what happens. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. The final shot before break. Bryant escaping the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando. It's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
A play fake. Now Young. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. Out of the gun, it's Young. Flushed out right. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line.
Well, to me, this leads to the question, do you admire the way he puts his body out there all the time, or do you think he should protect himself a little bit more?
Well, he's been on the ground several times with all those sacks that he's taken. So, I don't know, I kind of admire him not sliding down there, don't you?
I'm with you on that.
Touchdown, Falcons! Kyle Pitts with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Falcons draw a bit closer. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead is down to a field goal. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a 1-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a 1-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. And he's got his man in stride, complete. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Off play action. Bryant. Throw right side complete to Carter. Oh, nice move. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
On 3rd down, Carter. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Touchdown! A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Extra point by Butker is on target, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. McKenzie now from his end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter. Went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
Third quarter action here, this regular season finale. This will be 2nd and 10. That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Oh, he's got his tight end Pitts complete. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But the Falcons were able to recover, so they will keep possession.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
On 2nd and a long way to go. Young. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. It's Young off play action. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for Atlanta. Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Bryant. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. That one will set them back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack. Off the bootleg. Bryant. He finds his man, complete. It's Myers. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. The 30, 10, 5, touchdown, Tampa Bay. O.J. Howard with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Buccaneers look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Butker now to add the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. McKenzie will not return this, and it'll be brought out to the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football. And he cannot get away, and Young will go down. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up second. Another try after the first down sack. Young looking deep downfield. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. A big play that time through the air. 32 yards. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. To throw, Young. Oh, it's intercepted. He was trying to get it to Ridley. Picked up by Jordan Whitehead. And the Buccaneers are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. Well, offensively, Charles, hard to put a silver lining on this one. No secret that they had to take chances with a score where it is, and it leads to a turnover.
I love how you paint the picture, partner, because you're exactly right about that one. Look at the empty stairs on that sideline. This is one of those games where you just want to go crawl under a rock until it's over.
They'll run on first down. Myers. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Myers. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent game, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Off play action. Bryant. Open man is Howard, the tight end. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. Well, clear running situation, trying to take time off the clock. He ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they had shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit him over the top.
He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Butker's kick here is good. And that will push this lead up to 20 now. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points. But this widens it out, as you said. And now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
After the field goal, here's Butker to kick it away. McKenzie will not return this, and it'll be brought out to the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start? And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. The sack recorded, it's a loss of 5, and now it's 2nd down. To the right side, this is Taylor. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. Here is Young. That's going to be caught by Pitts. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big connection on that one. 30 yards. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. 1st and 10, Young. Got this complete to the tight end Pitts. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That reception, it brings him up to the 700 plateau. He's at 700 career NFL catches now.
And that club in baseball a rather exclusive club and one we talk about all the time. In football, put you in the top 50 all-time range. Not so bad either. This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for them, and after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Off the play fake, Young. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sack back at the 38. It's a loss of a yard, so they'll wind up crediting him with a sack, and it brings up third down. Young off the play fake. He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears try to go for it on 4th. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Space to run past the 20. And he's all the way down to the 13-yard line. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. They'll throw again. Young under pressure now, and he's going to go down just inside the 5-yard line. Joe Tryon in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. Off the option, here's Taylor, and he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Jonathan Taylor, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Falcons have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. So we'll see what Young and his guys can do here as they walk up for the 2-point try. They'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Well, I know at points of this when you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people who really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal. That's right up their alley with what we saw in this one.
So for the Buccaneers, they moved to 9-7 on the year with 1 game remaining. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Bucs are winners here as we say so long from Tampa.